So we've seen over the past couple days, the media has it blasted all over the place that these protests that are occurring in Berkeley over the refusal of President Trump to show his tax returns. And we saw that these tax day protests got violent. My question to you, Quanell, is what on earth is the point if he releases his tax returns, which he probably should have done during the election? The election's over. We have now President Trump. What information are these tax returns going to give the public, give the far left, give the Democrats? Is it going to be impeachable evidence against President Trump? Absolutely not. So what on earth is the left thinking and starting these riots basically in California?
I think that all of these young white protesters, because there certainly was not a bunch of black people out there protesting, these were young whites on both sides of the equation of that argument. But did you see how the police was very gentle with them in arresting them, in dealing with the protesters in Ferguson, dealing with protesters in New York and Chicago? They were so gentle with those precious little white children at Berkeley. They didn't treat them the way they treat our children when we protest. But as far as Donald Trump's taxes, you know, they should have fought like that before the election. Now that he's won, after the fact you won his results, the man has already said he's not going to release them. And if he won the race and the election without releasing them, why would he do it now?
Well, you never miss an opportunity to bring race into something that has nothing to do with the issue. These happen to be predominantly white protesters. Police did get involved when things became violent, but they're not burning down their towns. They're not graffitiing police cars. They're not doing the atrocious things that did happen
in Ferguson. Wait a minute. We've seen white protest children punch white police officers in the face. We've seen them attack white cops at their protests, but certainly they're not shot at. The AR-15 is not put in their face. Guns are not drawn. Language like "I'll blow out your MF and brains" is not used against them. Trust me, they don't treat white protesters the way they treat black protesters.
That's a very, very broad
Absolutely
statement.
not.
Anytime
and you say it's not about race.
It's not about
race.
The
bottom line is those little privileged protesters at Berkeley are not treated like protesters in Ferguson and around the country where we protest issues that we have a problem with.
Because they're not burning down their own towns.
But white people have a history of setting off fire bombs and making pipe bombs and protesting. We don't have that history.
Back in the 1950s and the 1960s, you were correct.
And the 70s and 80s also.
Over, Quanell.
Remember Patty Hearst?
Quanell, it's over.
Remember Patty Hearst?
You and me, we're neighbors now. I hate to break it to you.
Remember Patty Hearst?
I remember Patty Hearst.